Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 on the PS5, and tonight we're doing the race replay and race moment from the Singapore Grand Prix that took place last weekend. We put a poll up on the community tab of my YouTube channel and you chose Ferrari as the team that we are going to be running as. So that is what we're going to do first. We're going to do the race replay from start to finish, and then once we've done that, we're also going to do the Singapore Sting, where we will be Mercedes and we will need to get both cars into the top three. We need second and third as a minimum, basically. Anything better than that would be great, but that is the requirement to earn 33 points. So let's get started first of all with the race moment. So Ferrari is the team you have chosen. It's the team we're going to use. Let's see if we can beat the real results.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
The walls around Singapore force the cars close together, and even the best can waver in the tight spaces. Back in 2011, we saw Lewis Hamilton clip Felipe Massa as the two battled it out. There were certainly some words exchanged after that one, as I'm sure you recall. And we've got a clear night here beneath a starry sky. If the weather holds steady, we should be in for a spectacular race indeed.
We should see some fascinating strategies applied today here at the Singapore Grand Prix.
So hello to all of you in chat. Hello Victor, hello Mr. Water, good to see you guys as well. Let's start by looking at strategies. Now we know that Ferrari were very quick with Sainz, and they kind of threw Leclerc under the bus a little bit. They used him as a bit of a sacrifice to keep Carlos in position. We're going to try and keep Carlos and Charles, both in contention for the win here, and see if we can get a Ferrari 1-2. Let's have a look and see first of all what compounds of tyres we actually have available with our drivers. One brand new set of mediums, one brand new set of hards, and one set of 93% softs and two sets of 90% softs. I'm not going to count that set because that's kind of rubbish. So look at what Sainz has got available. Pretty much the same. One set of mediums, one set of hards, and then a couple of different sets of softs. No extra mediums. Now, assuming that this is going to carry across exactly the same as the weekend, Mercedes will have that extra set of mediums. However, the safety cars are not scripted. This is now, from the moment the green light, the red lights go out, it will be completely, new. The only thing that's going to stay the same is the tyre allocation and the starting grid. That's it. So that extra set of mediums might not even come into play. We shall see. Let's have a look at the setup. The setup is actually pretty strong, but we might be able to make it just a little stronger if we do that. Possibly. We might actually make it worse, but we'll let's see, do we take that gamble? You know what? No, not with Carlos. He's at 95%. That's pretty good. However, Leclerc's setup is not so good. Let's see if we can improve that a bit. Again, we're going to break the traction. We're going to break the cornering value that's already great. We'll improve the braking. Well, no, we won't even improve the braking either. All we're going to improve is the wings. That might be worth it. Let's try a slight compromise. Let's go to there. We'll go to a 7.5 on his front wing, see if that makes a difference. Even if Farrett. Right, fuel. We want to take a little bit of fuel out. We're going to go aggressive off the start, but I don't know what strategy I'm going to go with yet. Let's have a look. So, this is the strategy that was used in the race, the mediums to the hards. It does look quicker than the 2-stop, given the lack of tyres. What about if we were to maybe go hards? Push the softs a bit more. It's still going to be slower than the 1-stop. The 1-stop does appear to be the way to go. So it is the 1-stop for both drivers. We'll have some softs in reserve, kind of. You know, there won't be brand new softs, but there'll be decent softs. And we'll see how things change. You know, we might get safety cars of our own. We might not. We shall have to see how that goes. But we are ready to go to the grid.
The drivers are almost ready here in Singapore as we get ready for 61 laps under the lights. Here's a determined Sainz lining up on the grid.
They're on pole and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? We're just moments away from the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Alright. Good start. We've got Leclerc in position to try and jump George. Yeah, just failed to materialise there. Right, we'll see if we can keep Lewis behind us. Again, we're going to try and hold off on using the battery at the start. Just so we've got that as a chance to try and break away. I want to really try and control our tyres in this Grand Prix. Stretch these mediums as much as we can. So it just gives us a little bit more flexibility on strategy. So we're going to aim to cool things down pretty quickly. Sainz isn't even pushing, I just realised that. And he's still holding everyone off. Okay, let's immediately just ease off Charles then.
And we need some lift off.
Sainz is looking very racy at the moment. No push, and holding comfortably away from George. That will change when the DRS kicks in, so Lewis is immediately going on the attack. We are going to have to defend against that.
Keep doing it like this.
And he's got that. Okay, so again, we'll just ease off.
And we need to look after these
We'll
tires.
wait.
Copy.
And then we'll launch our attack. Barrow Platinum 1041. Which game was that, dare I ask? Okay, so Norris currently P4, Magnussen P5, Norris P5, Magnussen P6, then it's Alonso, Ocon. Well, that's the point. Stroll is in this Grand Prix. He shouldn't be. But there he is. I mean, they put him at the back of the grid, but yeah, he shouldn't be part of this, really. I did wonder, but I thought, hey, that game's only just come out, surely not already. Right, now it's time to start pushing.
So deployed.
Okay.
DRS enabled. So at the moment we have P4. And in front we have Hamilton. Car behind is Norris. Keep pushing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get the move done quite quickly here on Lewis. Get that position back. Not there, so we'll just go back into top up. Wait for an opportunity.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Hopefully Carlos can at least stretch the gap to Russell a bit and then allow Russell to stretch a gap to Lewis, which will make it easier for Charles to get the overtake. Going into the next DRS zone, and Lewis is out of range. Well, maybe he might have just snuck back in. He did just sneak back in, but can we get the drive on him anyway? Going to go to the inside? No. He'll tuck back in behind. Maybe into this new section of track. Can we get him under braking?
And Charles, no lift off needed. You are doing a
Yes,
good
we
job.
can. Excellent. So we've got the position back. We are now out of range of Russell, though,
You are doing a good
who
job.
has dropped back from
So at
Carlos.
the moment you are P3.
It was a really strong lap, the last one. Try to keep it there.
Okay.
Focus on tires.
Copy.
And we need to increase lift and coast.
Copy.
Right, can we get Charles past George here? He's going to have a look around the outside, maybe. Here comes the inside here. We're in position. Use that battery. And there we go. He's broken.
You are doing a good job. Continue like this.
We've broken the Mercedes a little bit there. We now have first and second. Let's put sights into top-up mode now.
And charge button on. If you can.
And let's start looking after those tyres. We're going to push Charles a little bit more. I want to get him into DRS range and hopefully out of range of George, if at all possible.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yeah.
See normality is resumed. Max, yeah, Max was blisteringly quick, you know, which was expected, you know. Look at what happened to Mercedes in 2016, I think it was. You know, their car was mighty, and they went to Singapore, and they were nowhere. And then they were mighty again at the very next Grand Prix. So that's exactly what I expected to see this weekend at Suzuka, and that is exactly what is transpiring.
And we need to increase lift and coast.
Copy that.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Just to start with, I think, let's see, which of our drivers has got the highest confidence? Pitt. So Charles is in very good confidence. Man, Carlos is there as well. So I don't want my drivers to fight each other yet. I want them to kind of just work together. Look after their tyres, look after their fuel, rebuild their batteries. Try and keep that gap. And if we can slowly start to extend that gap, you know, a little bit later in this stint, then we'll let them go at it and see which Ferrari is going to win.
And just a reminder on the eyes.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, I was always expecting Max to be very, very quick again today. Checo not quite there yet, but you know, Friday's is not always the greatest indicator. I mean, as far as Max is concerned, it is, but we shall see what happens in a few hours when Saturday practice kicks in. So far things are looking pretty good for us at where we are. We're expanding our gap over Russell. We'll try and make these tyres last. Let's take a look at the tyre wear indicator, and already you can see we're in good shape. Max is up to 10th. We do need to keep an eye on that. Oh, interestingly enough, speaking of Max in Singapore, the FIA did come out and also say that they made a mistake by not punishing Verstappen with an actual penalty. They said they don't want to set precedent because it did run the risk if that became a precedent that teams could just block with impunity and just suffer a $5,000 penalty, which is nothing, it's a drop in the ocean. But they said that will not become precedent, so they admitted they should have issued a penalty. Their argument was that they didn't want drivers to be penalised for lack of communication to the teams, but then the teams could just deliberately not say anything when someone's coming up behind one of their drivers. That driver then gets impeded. And they can say, oh, right, it's our fault, we didn't communicate to our driver, to tell him to move out of the way. We'll take the $5,000 fine. No grid placement penalty for our driver. Teams will game the system wherever they can, and if that became an option, you can bet they would have taken it. Right, Hamilton's got past George. So, is this going to up the pace of the Mercedes behind us? Are they going to start to close this down? Possibly. We will have to see. Norris is a little bit distant at the moment in 5th. Keep his pace up just a little bit. Alonso all over the back of him. It seems digital Alonso having a better weekend so far than virtual Alonso. Than real world Alonso. And Stroll definitely having a better weekend. You can see he's up to 17th. Let's just keep an eye on Max for a moment. Check the leader times. We are still slowly edging away from the Mercedes at the moment. They did 1:38s, we did 1:37.8. After those tyres, they're almost as good as Max's hards as he makes the move on Hulkenberg there. And we're going to do this again next Friday as well. We're going to do the race replay for Suzuka. I'll be watching this Grand Prix weekend with interest to see who does what, and we're going to limit the choices of teams a little bit next time. I won't give you 5 options, I'll probably only give you 4 or maybe even 3. And we'll do the same as we're doing tonight. We'll do the race replay and then we'll do the moment afterwards. But, right now, it's looking very comfortable for us. We are 4 seconds clear of the Mercedes right now, and if it goes according to plan, this is going to be a very quiet race for us. Right, I think it's time to let them fight.
Free to fight.
We are pulling away while conserving, so let's let them do it. have to say I'm a little surprised that you guys chose Ferrari. I thought you might have wanted me to have more of a challenge. But I'm pretty sure the next bit is going to be a challenge when we do the Singapore Sting scenario.
Alright, let's concentrate.
I was half expecting to have to be Red Bull tonight. Or Aston. Again, I was only expecting one car to be in the race for Aston Martin. So I'm a little surprised that they did actually put Stroll on the grid, who's a couple of seconds off the back of Albon right now. As Leclerc takes over the lead. Sainz says, not letting you do that. Perez now up to 10th as well, so he's starting to make some moves. We'll jump on board with Ocon. You see we've got Magnussen, Verstappen, Perez and Hülkenberg all in close proximity. And this might slow down the progress of the Red Bulls. With Ocon showing decent pace, Magnussen's in his DRS, he's going to get some protection, at least on these long overtaking opportunities from the Red Bulls behind. But Magnussen tries to throw it up the inside. Ocon will shut the door on that.
I cannot pass, guys. It's too difficult. I'm trying everything.
You can do it.
I love those that Jedi mind magic there from from Ricardo. I can't do it. You can do it. You think he's waving his hand on the mic while he's saying that? You can do it. You thought I hated Red Bull? In reality, I hate them as a team, just because of the way they, because of their practices. But this is a video game, and I like a challenge, and I figured Red Bull would have been a bit of a challenge today, being off the pace and halfway down the grid. So I would have been quite happy to run Red Bull, but we'll see. We won't be choosing Red Bull for Suzuka, I don't think, as part of your options, because pretty sure Max is going to dominate that Grand Prix. There'll be no point in selecting that option. We'll just have to see how the rest of the grid plays out. If it's going to be as close as between the rest of the teams as I think it could be very interesting indeed. And we'll have a look at maybe seeing how Yuki does as well. We could look at the possibility of maybe going with AlphaTauri and see whether we could get anywhere near points for Yuki at his home Grand Prix. We've got options. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the real race and make our decision accordingly. So we've got the two Ferraris fighting at the front. Leclerc currently a couple of tenths ahead of Sainz. He's looking for a move. And then we've got the two Mercedes fighting for position. And Alonso's got past Norris. So Norris not having the best race so far, not matching his real life performance. A couple of seconds ahead of Ocon right now. Hulkenberg has dropped off the back of the Red Bull slightly. Probably going to lose DRS this lap. Which means he's going to be vulnerable to Gasly. Drivers are just taking it very easy at the moment. Tyres are holding on very nicely. Fuel load is coming down quite well. I should have dropped their tyre pace down just a touch more as well.
And we need to look after these tyres.
Given that we're nearly 5.5 seconds clear of the Mercedes at the moment. Did they patch the objectives to make it clear what's required? Yes and no. I think basically the objective is just to, match or beat what happened in reality. So at the moment, Sainz is failing to match, but Leclerc is massively ahead of where he finished in the Grand Prix, and it's a collective points total as a team, I think, that you need to, match or beat.
Keep pushing.
As Norris swoops around Alonso. Ocon's closing in. Ocon is breaking away from the Red Bulls at the moment, and Verstappen's got past Magnussen. So Ocon wants to come join the party. That's given Max the opportunity he needed to get past Magnussen without him having DRS to defend with. And as soon as Max can pull away from Magnussen, Perez will do exactly the same. He'll just pounce on that Haas. But the Singapore Sting does have a very clear objective written into its description. We need to get 33 points or more with Mercedes, which means we basically need to finish second or third as a minimum. And we're going to be coming into that probably at the start of their run on their second set of mediums, I would imagine. So we'll have both. I'm not sure if we'll have both drivers in front of us. We'll certainly have Norris and Sainz in front of us. Pretty sure there are a couple of other cars as well, but we'll be needing to make some overtakes and certainly close the gap as well, because we're going to be multiple seconds behind, I think.
Yeah,
That one's definitely going to be more of a challenge. Hamilton's breaking away a little bit from Russell. He's just a second outside now. We're losing some ground because we're running very low pace right now, but let's ease off the fuel save, at least with Sainz. We'll do a little bit more with Charles, because we pushed his fuel a little bit harder at the start. Alonso gets back in front of Norris. And Max has almost broken away from Magnussen, which means Perez will start to make moves on him very quickly. Let's move to Perez. Yeah, Hamilton's breaking clear of Russell. Two seconds that gap now. And here comes Checo. He's going to jump Kevin here.
This guy, come on.
Keep going.
Kevin with a double block there.
Temperature, how are we?
We need to work on the tires, keep the temperature on the tires. So we need to push.
Copy.
Right, this should be where we see the move. And there we go, straight around the outside. Verstappen has already got ahead of Ocon. He's now right on back of Norris, so Verstappen doing a lot better. A lot better than he did in reality. At this early stage anyway. Sainz moves back into the lead. They're side by side at the moment. And Leclerc is the one who got the DRS.
And Charles, no lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Copy.
Russell looking to try and close that gap back down to Hamilton again. You can see almost a second faster than Lewis on that last lap. And there is Max, 1:36.4 last time round, fastest man on the track. It's just 11 seconds off the lead. Tyres are at 60%. Take a look at the predictions. We can now look to just stretch these tyres out an extra couple of laps. We look to go to lap 30. There we go. That'll help pay out a little bit better at the end of the Grand Prix. Sainz not having a good time. Let's have a look at confidence levels. Yeah. Sainz has definitely dipped. He's failing a lot of overtakes. but I'm not letting my drivers go into aggressive moves because that is just asking for them to take each other out. And the whole point of us running as Ferrari is to try and get a 1-2. Max got Norris. I missed it. So I think Alonso's going to be pretty vulnerable here. Straight through. Hot knife through butter. Can Alonso use the DRS to retake the position? No, I think Max is on a push. So Alonso didn't get anywhere close to a move there. There will be a bit of a disparity in grip as well, as you can see. 65% remaining on those tyres for Max. Down to the mid-40s for Alonso. Once again, look, Norris is really looking after those mediums compared to the rest of the drivers around him. Despite the fact that he's been tucked up behind Alonso for quite a long period of time, that will have burnt his tyres a little bit. So Hamilton in the background. And Hamilton boxes. Wow, that's earlier than so. This looks like it might be the 3-stop. Sorry, the 2-stop then. Clean stop. Yes, that's probably around about 2.4 seconds. Going to come out behind Stroll. Oh, he's got mediums again. Okay, so he's going medium, medium hard, or maybe medium, medium soft, but yeah, they might not use hard at all. They probably will, but it's not guaranteed. All right, let's see what George does. Verstappen's 3 seconds ahead of Max already. Sorry, 3 seconds ahead of Alonso. It didn't take him long. And he's gained half a second in just me trying to actually say that he gained 3 seconds. Russell staying out. Magnussen boxes. And so there's Lawson from behind him as well. So you would have to think that these guys are 2-stopping as well. It's a little early for a 1-stop. Oh, he's going soft. Ooh. And softs for Lawson as well. That was a quick stop. That was a very quick stop. Max is in range already, look. which drive did you go with, Farah? Who made it? You've gone for Seagate, Western Digital, someone else I don't know. Oh, hello, VSC. Oh, okay. Now this changes things.
Virtual safety guy deployed.
We can't box yet,
Stay
but
positive.
it's a long way off. Look.
Yep.
We have a choice. We can convert our strategy here and go onto a 2-stop. It looks to be about the same time in terms of race pace. The Western Digital Black. Yeah, I got the 2 terabyte Western Digital. I think I paid about £100 for it. I think I got that in March. Sorry, in May. I forget. I'll have to look and see how much I paid for it. But yeah, they did a sale, I think, in May, towards the end of May, and I picked up a 2 terabyte Western Digital Black. They really do make a huge difference. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to switch the strategies up. We're going to go onto a 2-stop. It's the same lap time, or same race time, but in effect, it's actually going to be slightly quicker because this is factoring in the time of a full speed, full racing speed pit stop, which we are not making. We are making a pit stop under VSC, so we're going to save quite a bit of time. Unfortunately, as you can see, we just missed the...
And we've had a crash on track.
Oh, Stroll has crashed. Irony of ironies. The man who shouldn't be in the Grand Prix at all is the one who has brought out the VSC with a massive shunt into the wall. How he didn't take out that McLaren, I do not know. I don't think it was. It was probably about 120 quid. I think. I don't know. I'll have to, like I say, I'll have to check. Remind me later, and I'll look it up and let you know.
And easy on the front tires.
Copy.
Look after tires.
Copy.
Box.
Copy, box.
Does putting everything to the right still make your car very fast?
And
No.
Box, speed confirm and box.
Putting everything to the right does nothing for your car at all. It's the same as leaving everything in the middle. Alright, so we've got some pit stops here. Ocon has just changed to softs. Hulkenberg's gone hards. Albon's gone mediums. Max has boxed already. He's gone for a set of mediums. Hamilton is... let's see. Hamilton's still on that second set of mediums he put on. Russell has boxed for a set of hards. Alonso and Norris haven't boxed yet. Perez is still on his hards. Got to imagine he's going to box at the end of this lap. Gasly yet to box. Piastri yet to box. Bottas yet to box. Sargent's going to box for new set of tyres at the end of this lap as well. Assuming, well, the VSC is still out.
Charles, pit lane.
We're going to have to stack our drivers, but we should, assuming that Alonso and Norris
Pit lane.
also box, we should get out ahead of Checo. And like I said, Checo and Gasly haven't boxed yet either. Alonso has stayed out. 2.2 for Charles. 2.3 for Carlos. And we're behind Perez Gasly has boxed. Can we get out? Well, yeah, we'll comfortably get out in front of Max. Max just crossing the line now. So Max has gained really, really well here. He's jumped Hamilton and Russell. There he is. There is Max ahead of the two Mercedes. And that's the VSC ending. So let's go neutral. Let's start to get these tyres up to temp.
Tap button off.
Copy.
And we don't have to worry about fuel saving for the rest of the race.
And push.
Keep pushing. Copy, copy.
And charge on.
Okay, copy.
So the one downside is that we have separated our two cars a little bit, which means Sainz could be vulnerable to Max. Max is on those mediums. So I'm going to get Sainz to push a little bit as Max is coming under pressure from Lewis. See Lewis goes purple in the middle sector there. This is what we want. We want Max to be overtaken by Lewis. Because Max's car is probably faster. Certainly faster than we are at the moment. Let's get those tyres up to tempo as well.
You need to push more. Copy.
Because they are hauling me in so quick. Got an issue for Piastri at his pit stop.
McLaren's team get called into action. But they run into trouble and it holds up their stop.
Problem with the jacks.
Can push more if you want.
Copy.
Max is almost in DRS. Definitely need to get Sainz onto the back of Charles here. There we go, Hamilton making the move.
Let's lift off.
Copy.
It's a very good lap.
So Alonso, Norris and Perez still yet to box. So they're all one-stopping. So now we find ourselves in the Mercedes situation where we are chasing down cars on a one-stop while we're on a two-stop. We've inadvertently turned this into Singapore steam. I honestly expected to see other cars boxing and they haven't. Very surprised by that. We're almost in range, which is good because we are almost out of battery as well. And Max is right on us. And there we go. We are now in range, which is good because we are out of battery.
All good.
And DRS is disable. DRS disable.
Okay.
Now we do run the risk, though, of
Slow down.
Sainz's tyres overheating in the dirty air of Charles here. Not the worst thing, but given that we're not going to take these to the end, not the greatest either. To say it's a luxury purchase only really needed as TSW is increasing in size. Well, it depends. There are rumours out there. Rumours, very heavily implied as rumours, that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be somewhere in the region of about 800 gig. Still, with the latest PS5 firmware update, means we can now have up to 8 terabytes in size for an SSD. Although that's very expensive. And we've got pit stops. All 3 of the front 3 are boxing in sequence, in order here. So let's see. Perez will probably jump the pair of them. And he's gone soft, so Perez is 2-stopping. Norris goes hards, that's a 1-stop. He's being held for Perez, as I expected. And Alonso's going to come out of this the worst, because he's now being held for both cars. But he's gone to hard, so he is 1-stopping. And they are going to get out. Well, Alonso again has lost out. He's going to get out behind Magnussen. But it's not, I'm just using that as an example. I mean, there are other games. If you play Call of Duty, for example, I think the last one went over 300 gigs at this point in time. It's over 300 gigs now, I think. I know it was at over 200 at one point, 200, about 250, somewhere in that region. So yeah, games are going to get very big. That extra storage is definitely going to be needed going forward if you want the really big games, the really big AAAs. I'm on the fence about whether or not I'm actually going to buy GTA 6, and it'll be the first GTA game I haven't bought. Well, the first one that's available to me that I haven't bought. I never had was it a DS where Chinatown Wars was available, so I haven't played Chinatown Wars. But I bought 3, I bought 4, I bought Vice City, I bought Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, I bought the expansion, I bought the DLCs, Ballad of Gay Tony and Lost and Damned for 4, I bought 5 twice, technically 3 times because I paid like a £5 to upgrade it on the PS5 version. But I didn't pay full price for it, there was no way I was going to pay full price for it. But I'm becoming more and more disillusioned with Rockstar as a company. The farce that was the remastered GTA trilogy Yeah. The continual, pushing of GTA 5 and now GTA Online Plus membership. The lazy way that they've remastered Red Dead Redemption and then charged full price for it. The lack of support for Red Dead Redemption 2. The online mode there had so much potential and they just left it as a bare bones and barely padded it out. Yeah, I'm becoming more... Plus, Laszlo's gone, Dan Howes is gone, a couple of other people that have been synonymous with Grand Theft Auto over the years have gone. I'm very wary of GTA 6. Yeah, I'm interested in it, but I'm not excited for it. And this is the first time I've not been excited for a new Grand Theft Auto game. Right, so updates, lap 29 almost in the books. Sainz is still complaining that he's unable to overtake and blaming his teammate for his lack of talent. Max is right behind us in P3. Hamilton's dropped off a little bit. Russell's now about 4.5 seconds further back. So Russell's dropping out of contention. Ocon is 6th, Gasly 7th. We've got a yellow flag. Very brief one. Hulkenberg just ran wide.
Take a look here.
We were just talking about him, and he just cut that corner completely, didn't he? It's not running wide. That's taking a cheeky shortcut. But Norris is currently down in 11th place. Alonso is down in 13th place. Although those two are probably going to the end. Quite a few cars are going to be one-stopping. Two stopping. So we're two stopping. Max and Hamilton are going to be two stopping. Russell might be two stopping. Ocon and Gasly are definitely two stopping. You have to say Hulkenberg is probably two stopping. Perez is definitely two stopping. He has to. There's no way those softs are going to go to the end. Norris and Alonso are probably the only ones who are going to one-stop this Grand Prix. And looking at our tyre wear, we could possibly switch over to a one-stop again, but it's a long way to go on those hards. They'll be rubbish at the end, and we'll be very vulnerable to the rest of the field pushing and coming up behind us, and we'll have nothing to fight them. Max in particular, he gets close on a new set of tyres, new set of softs towards the end, he'll just blitz straight past us when we're on pretty much dead hard tyres. So I think we have to two-stop to guard against this happen here. I don't think McLaren are really going to be a factor. I think it's going to be us against Max in this race. He's definitely coming under pressure. Every time he has to go defensive, he just runs the risk of him dropping out of DRS. He almost did there. And he doesn't have a lot of battery to play about with to get himself back in. So I'm just going to up his tyre pace slightly.
You need to push more.
Just close that gap down a little bit more. We'll have some bonus fuel to play about with when we get onto the softs as well. Maybe not a lot, but we'll have some. And who knows, we might get another safety car. That could really change things up a bit. on. This is bad for sights. I'm going to have to go with the battery. And Max is in range of Charles. Oh, that's terrible.
Charge button on and stay out.
Yeah, copy.
ERS.
Yeah, copy.
Charge button on.
Okay.
I'm going to give battle assist to Charles. And hope that that will help him keep Max at bay.
You can
Carlos
push a
is
bit
drifting.
more. Copy.
And again, we don't really have any battery to play about with, unfortunately, at the moment. If Max hadn't been right behind us, I would probably have put Sights into Harvest. But this is where Sights' loss of confidence is going to hurt us, because he doesn't have the same pace. That's what we're looking at for Charles at the moment. And that's what we're looking at for Carlos. Big difference. And we're still not in range. Quickly.
Charge button on.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Big lift off.
Okay.
Hopefully he can stay close enough now.
No DRS. No DRS, right?
Copy.
That lack of battery is going to hurt him. He's out of range again already. God damn it.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Maybe we can just slow Charles' acceleration a little bit. And then we run the risk of leaving him open to an attack.
Energies are good.
Yeah, copy.
Ah, damn it, Max has got us.
And charge button off. Charge button off. Okay. And charge button on, please.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're going to take a gamble here. I hope that Max doesn't immediately sprint away. We're going to try and just keep Leclerc in range, but slow accelerating out of the corner so that Carlos can get back into DRS range again. This is risky strategy.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Okay, we managed it. We'll run at Verstappen's pace for a few laps. We'll try and get Sainz's battery built back up again. I'm going to tell him not to fight his teammate, because that will mean we'll run the risk of dropping off the back of Max. And let's see if we can close that gap. Recharge that battery without dropping out of range. Got 4 seconds back to Hamilton. Magnussen's in the box. So those soft tyres are done already. Going to see Lawson boxing soon, maybe this lap. Dino Bakir. Lawson's going for another lap, and we're going hard tyres to the end for Kevin here. Sainz dropping out. Stay in range. There we go.
Charge on.
Copy that.
Can speed it up a bit.
Okay. Oh, I cannot get much closer.
Keep pushing.
And slow down now.
Copy.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Yeah, we're going to have to just be very careful here with our recharging. Ocon has boxed for hards. Tsunoda coming in. It's a long old pit lane, isn't it? And that's hards to the end for Tsunoda. Oh, we come back to Charles just in time to see him make the move. Max having a slow lap there. But he's got the traction on those tyres still.
What a joke.
Race is long.
Charge button on to come in.
Copy. Ah,
Continue. Keep going.
Ah, there we go. Charles has got the DRS. So that's going to re-establish him in the lead.
ah,
Good job. At the moment we are P1.
And we have got about half a battery filled
button
for Carlos.
Yeah.
So that's progress. And we pulled out another second over Lewis in the process. Sainz really seems to struggle through that section. Loses a lot of ground.
Head down.
Yeah, confirm.
Just dropped out of range again. Ah, come on, Carlos.
Less lift off.
Copy.
Max is going to try and retake the place. He's got the inside line and he's going to have the DRS, so Max is going through here. Nothing we could do to stop that.
Keep doing it like this.
Well, keep letting Max overtake us. Not a good strategy. That's a Ferrari strategy. We don't want Ferrari strategies. We want winning strategies. Right, Carlos is in range. Thank God.
Big lift off now.
Copy.
Some LIFO, please.
Copy.
Unsafe fuel.
Yeah.
At least we managed to get him back in range without touching the battery. That was the important bit. Now we're going to try and slap him just a little bit more through here.
Start button on.
Or not use as much through here.
Copy.
As Gasly comes into the box.
Start button on.
Copy.
God damn it, Carlos. Ooh, Charles is retaking the position. No. Hard tyres to the end for Gasly. And once again, Sainz just threatening to drop off. Right, what are Max's tyres looking like at the moment? 49%? When are we due to stop? Soon, actually. Okay, well, we can start to push these tyres more then.
And we need to increase pushing status.
In fact,
Copy.
we're going to go for it with Charles here. So we can break
You're
away
doing
from
a good
Max.
So you have P1. No lift off needed.
And then we'll
You're
do the
doing a
same
good
with
job.
Carlos in just a second.
Copy.
So deployed.
Joe in the box now. Charles needed to break the 1 second. There we go. Please tell me we didn't give Max DRS here. No, we didn't. Excellent stuff.
Very good job.
Right, that gives a nice big chunk of Carlos confidence. Well, Leclerc is the one who's suffering at the moment. But he's setting new personal best sectors. Yes, that can actually be fastest lap here. It is. Excellent stuff. Right, let's go back into top-up mode. Let's drop the tyre pace down.
Yeah, copy.
Let's get Carlos to try and push onto the back of
And we need to take care of these tires.
Leclerc again.
Copy that.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Copy.
We're dropping Max. We are pulling away nicely, and Sainz is slowly closing the gap to Charles. They can release an in-game editor for the game. It would be nice, but I think if they did that, no one would buy the next one. So, yeah. I don't think that will ever happen.
You can slow down.
Okay.
And take care of the tires.
Copy that.
Max is too good in this game. Well, yeah, it's a combination of Max and the car. It's a bit of both.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Copy.
Focus on tires.
Copy.
And Charles, no lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Copy.
See, he's hunting us down again.
Okay.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Oh, Max boxes. Oh, okay. Now, this is important. What's he going on to? Hamilton boxes as well. Max is going softs. And he gets out before Lewis gets through. Perez is coming in as well. Perez is going soft as well. So, Lewis is going hard. Interesting. The Red Bulls have probably got extra softs because they didn't get into the final stage of qualifying. Right, we're getting into the pit window, so it's time for us to just thrash these tyres now.
A bit more.
Copy.
Hunting time.
We've tried to keep our drivers together, but we just can't take that risk now, unfortunately. We need to win the race, and if we can at least get third, that's still an improvement on how Ferrari did in the real race, which will be enough to complete the objective. I can't sacrifice Leclerc's chances to help Carlos here. Any predictions for Suzuka? Yeah, Max is going to walk over everybody. Beyond that, I don't know. I'm going to wait until see what happens in third practice today and qualifying afterwards. Get an idea of what the proper pace is going to be. But yeah, I think Max is going to walk this weekend. So, interestingly and annoyingly, Verstappen did get out ahead of Alonso. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't. He has still got to get past Russell. And Norris is right up there with Alonso at the moment. 26 seconds to Max. I don't know if that's enough. If Max starts to push, it certainly won't be enough. Norris is through into 6th, so it's a bit. Where's Perez? Perez is down in 10th. Perez is not having a great race, but he's very close to Ocon. He's on fresh softs. He should be. What's the life of it? Yeah, look, they were brand new softs, which makes sense because Red Bull didn't have to. Run in Q3. No, they didn't have to. They couldn't run in Q3. Oh, hello, yellow flag. Please be a VSC. Single yellows. Damn it.
Copy.
How is it? I must have just clicked the wall. Yeah, I think we just clicked the wall.
Oh.
That's not a retirement. He'll get going again. That's why it's not a VSC. There we go. There's some pace from Perez. A 113.4. Or 133.1. Actually, I can't count tonight for some reason. Yeah, Max is closing on us, isn't he? He's about second faster than Sainz. 8/10 faster than Charles. Still a little early to box. The longer we keep this up, the sooner we're going to have to bring Sainz in. Sainz is going to come out behind Max. And we're getting close to the point where Charles will as well. We will, however, be clear of Norris and Alonso and Hamilton. And I'm wondering if Russell's going to try and go to the end. And his tyres aren't going to be great if he does. I mean, they're not great now. He's going to be an absolute sitting duck for Max. What do I think about the new regulations? Will they affect Red Bull? No more than any other team. Alright, I'm going to go one more lap with Carlos. Actually, no, this will be the final lap with Carlos. Let's bring him in now. And we'll bring Charles in next lap.
Speed confirm in box.
Yeah, happy to box.
And box now, box.
Copy box.
And that's Hulkenberg and Sargent into the box. Neither of them are going to affect us. Sargent very slow on that last lap, a 1:35.9. That's terrible. We might have left him out a lap too long. I think he had to fight his way past a Williams. How many more years do I think Alonso will be racing? It's hard to say. I mean, he's going to want to see forward momentum with the team at Aston Martin, and if he doesn't, I think he'll call it a day. But I think, like Lewis, he'll stick around at least until the new regs and see, you know, if Aston Martin is a long way off in 2026,
What's the white line?
then I think that'll be it. Right, how far behind are we? Further than I would like. Bring these tyres up to
Tyre
temp pretty
management.
quick. And 7 seconds behind. Ugh. That is not good. Max has caught George. And will probably make very quick work of him in this DRS zone coming up.
Charge button on.
Ah, no. Excellent. George is holding him up. That's exactly what we need.
Charles, good line.
Yes, confirmed.
Right. Clean stop, please. No malarkey. No dramas. Just in and out. God damn it! No! We lost 4 seconds on that stop.
Sorry about that.
And what's a white line on exit?
It's going to bring our drivers back together again, I suppose. I mean, try and work together maybe, but God damn it.
And we need you to take care of the tires.
Copy that.
Use DRS.
Copy that.
Look after the tires.
Okay.
And Max has now got past George. Damn it. We've closed the gap by about a second. Still a bit much. Tyres are in better shape though. Max is supreme at looking after his tyres in this game. He really is. Which, coupled with his stats and the pace of the car, means he is just very hard to beat.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Copy that.
Alright, Perez up to 6th, so he's having a much better afternoon. Closing on Lewis. He's got much quicker tyres. Whether he's going to have the pace or not at the end of the Grand Prix is another matter. Sainz fractionally faster than Max on that last lap. Williams, get out of the way. That's not getting out of the way. There you go. I like it. Wish I had more battery. I wish I had full batteries. I just don't have the pace to do that at this stage. Let's supercharge them. Leclerc will get DRS here. That'll close him up to the back of Carlos. Still barely closing on Max. Max has burnt his tyres a bit. We can push ours, which will help close the gap.
And we need some lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
I think Charles is my best bet at beating Max.
Charge button on.
So I'm going to use Sainz to
Charles
drag
button
Leclerc forward a bit. And then slingshot Leclerc past. George is going to try and stick it out. By the look of it, those tyres are going to be dead. Even in charge mode, that wasn't even a challenge for Carlos there.
Good job. And charge button on.
Copy.
Send Sainz off towards Max. That's broken the DRS already to Russell. Now we'll do the same with Charles.
So deployed.
Copy that.
There you go, Nice little stat boost.
Wow.
Doing a good job. So at the moment you have P3.
P3 is fine as long as we get P1 as well. And we are 5 seconds off at the moment. So you max it at 134.6, 132.9 for sights. Horrible feeling that Max is just recharging his battery at the moment, and as soon as we get close he'll scamper off again. Fastest lap doesn't matter. Be nice, but it doesn't matter. It's positions that matter tonight. Out of battery.
No guys, mate.
And Leclerc is just about out of battery as well.
Charge button on.
I'm going to keep pushing the tyres at this pace for a little while because we are eating up the ground to Max at the moment. Let's take a look at his tyres. Yeah, big difference. He's probably going to start going into sort of tyre conservation mode soon. If he hasn't already, he might have already done that. That might be why his pace dropped off. Let's see what he can do. 134.5, a 132.6 and a 132.1. So we're eating up the ground. 2 seconds to, for sights, 2 and a bit, nearly 2.5 for Charles there. In a bit time. If we can catch Max quickly enough, then Sainz could still win this Grand Prix with Leclerc in second. And I think Max might have upped his pace a bit because we're not really closing much at the moment. We've slowed down. Still at 2.7. Max is going to be doing a lap similar to us here, I think. He's got a Williams in front of him he's going to have to negotiate soon. He's probably going to get DRS off the back of that, which is not going to help us. I don't know, it was a 134.4. Well, 134.5. It was a 134 for Sainz. That's because we're not pushing the battery, that's why. But we took half a second out of him, and Leclerc was still very quick. He was still almost a second quicker than his teammate there. He's in range. So let's put him into harvest mode.
Charge button on.
We've got more tyres with Charles. So it makes sense to make sure that he's the one who's got the best chance. Sainz is closing. If we can just get in range, I'll slap Sainz into full harvest as well, and then we'll just go for it on the last lap or two. Try and get both our guys past and sprint away from Max. And hopefully he won't have the grip left in his tyres to respond. Charles' tyres are starting to overheat. Let's drop the pace. Got to keep the pace up though with Carlos because he's so close to getting in range. We're going to get DRS off the back of that Williams. Maybe it might pull out of the way before the detection point. It does. That's frustrating. 1.5 seconds.
6 laps to go.
6 laps left. It's going to be a tight finish. Tighter than I would have liked. Honestly, did not expect it to be Max that we'd be fighting with. I thought it'd be Hamilton.
Slow down.
Copy.
Less lift off.
Copy.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Yeah, copy that.
And Charles, no lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Copy.
Try to put pressure on it.
Let's just get in range. No more pussyfooting around.
Five more laps. 5 more laps.
And charge button on.
Yeah, copy.
Just look after these tires.
Copy that.
Come on, Carlos, there you go.
And slow down now.
Copy.
Increase lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
You can slow down.
Copy.
We need to save tires in high speed.
Right, now we just need to make sure we can stay in range to charge these batteries for the final push.
Okay, copy.
Max has been looking after his tyres while we've been pushing ours.
Four laps to go.
Energies are good.
Copy.
There we go. Finally. Just going to do the same for Carlos.
Charge button on.
Copy.
Three laps to go.
It's getting a bit squeaky bum time here. Don't do it, Charles. You've been told not to. There you go. How did Max get to P1? Because Max's car and Max's stats in this game are mighty, and you can't really program in, you know, poor pace. All they could do was just mess with his setup a little bit, but that just harms his confidence. But once his confidence starts rolling, you know, he gets quick. Alright, here we go.
How many laps left?
2 laps to go. ERS.
Yeah, copy.
One more Lyco.
All good. I cannot pass, guys. It's too difficult.
Keep
Give
pushing.
me that shit, Carlos.
And we are free to fight.
It's time to go hunting. I leave it to you.
Yeah.
Sainz is through. And with Max under immense pressure from Charles, that means he shouldn't be able to concentrate on chasing. And we've got the move done. Beautiful. So now it's a one-lap sprint to the end. Mamma mia.
You're doing a good job.
So at the moment you have.
Oh, we've had to work for this one.
At the moment, P2.
We have very much had to work for this one. Oh, fuel. Ah,
I think
yeah,
it's
we're okay.
Lyco.
We're okay. Whew.
Copy.
Oh, there we go. Right, let's helmet cam this one. Our two drivers are free to fight, which is risky. Let's make it a little bit safer. No high risk overtakes.
And DRS is disabled. DRS disabled.
Copy that.
Yeah, you nailed it this time. Well done.
Yes! We did it. Yes!
Check it flag.
P2.
That was nice. Ah, so happy.
You've done a great job.
Now, wasn't that a seriously good drive from Carlos Sainz?
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right, the driver included, of course.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history.
And that's excellent, seeing both the team's drivers up there on the podium together.
And you've got to think that Singapore will be buzzing now for many hours to come. And a big thanks to you all for joining us this weekend here in Singapore.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
Yeah, copy.
Just push.
Understood.
Push and hold it, overtake.
Copy.
Just close up. Use the overtake.
Yep.
Okay, let's go for it.
I think I've been muted a bit longer than I thought I was. Oh well, never mind.
Fastest man on track.
Right. Hamilton's got Norris. Russell is about to get Sainz.
Nice work, Lewis. You're now P3.
Nice one.
Okay, good job. So that's currently P1.
So the plan is we're going to sprint for a few laps, drain these batteries to try and pull away, keep pushing our tyres so that we can open up a little bit of a gap, because we'll be quick on those mediums, but we will have ground to make up. We've got Hamilton into Sainz's DRS, but I want to get George clear of Sainz. Do not want to keep Sainz in range. So I need George to really pull his finger out here.
You are the fastest man on track.
We should, as long as we don't run out of battery, we should be able to break Sainz on this lap. We can get Lewis through as well. Right, Lewis isn't getting through here, so let's put Lewis into charge.
No, just have a think about
So we can have another go in a minute.
Understood.
This means we're going to let George scamper off into the distance if he can break free. And at the moment, it's not looking like he can. I'm wondering if Sainz is pushing as well. We are not stretching that gap anywhere near as much as I would like. He's still in DRS. And Hamilton's dropping back quickly. So yeah, I think Sainz is on a push right now. He is.
Charge that back.
Damn it. That's not good. Alright, so
So you can
put George into
pace.
harvest mode. We'll let Lewis catch up so he gets the DRS, and then we'll do the same with him. We'll leave it a few laps and then we'll try again.
Charge the pack.
Understood.
Not going to worry about the tyres too much because we're not going to be on them too long. So I am going to try and save some extra fuel if I can. I can't even do that.
just up the lift and coast a little more.
Up the tyre pace again.
It's just one.
Yeah, George has already been blitzed. Sainz is definitely pushing. All right, we'll have to.
Yeah, copy.
This is not going to be as straightforward as I would have liked. Again, we're going to have to work for it. And we've committed now. We've pushed our tyres really hard on those last couple of laps. They are still better than Sainz's though. We could theoretically stay on a one-stop, but I think Sainz will probably end up one-stopping. I don't think Sainz is going to approach this the same way he did in the Grand Prix and look after his tyres. I think he's going to push. Which means he'll be coming out on softs a bit later on. We'll box before he does, and then we need to really make use of those mediums. Have dropped Norris though, so Norris probably won't be a factor in this race now. We might have shown our hand a little too early.
And just charge the pack.
Right, we're going to switch positions so that we can charge George up quickly. Oh, that was a terrible place to pull over. God damn it. Right, we'll have to put him into harvest just to slow him down a second. Let's drop his tyre pace down as well. Ah, that did not work at all.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Right, come on, George, get in range. I'll have to make him use what little battery he's got because he's not closing. There we go. Right, so neutral for Lewis, and now we go top up just for a moment with George, and then we'll put him into full harvest when I think he's safe enough to actually do that.
Just manage these tyres.
Hopefully Lewis can start to just close the gap a little bit.
Happy to pick up the pushing level.
Yep.
Pick up the pace.
pulled a few tenths back. Two tenths to be precise. Sainz's tyre is still worse than ours, and we are approaching our pit window.
Let's push and get past him.
George just doesn't have the same pace as Lewis. His stats are not as good at the moment, so we need to work really hard just to try and keep him within a second of Lewis here. The whole point of this was to try and get Lewis, or get George charged up, and it's just not working. He's falling further and further behind with every corner. Still, with full push on tyres and fuel, he's still closing on Lewis, slacker than Lewis is closing on Sainz. But he's not even closing, he's falling, he's still falling behind. Jesus, George, come on. I wanted to give you the chance to win this Grand Prix, but I don't think you're going to have the pace. I think it's going to be Lewis's at this rate. Hamilton has reached the back of Sainz and Russell's now 2 seconds off the back. Alright, screw it, we're just going to have to box Russell from third. I want to see if I can get Lewis in front of Sainz before we box him. We'll just run George.
Just keep the pressure on, you can do this.
We'll just run Hamilton a little bit longer on these tyres than I'd initially planned. To try and close them back up again.
For now, we'll make it up later.
Just don't get what's happened to George's pace. I really don't. I mean, the whole reason I told him to pull over was to protect his confidence levels for letting Lewis through, to let Russell charge up behind him, and he's just not got the pace. See if we can at least slow down Carlos. While not dropping the position. We're on the cusp of peak confidence with Lewis. We don't want to lose that if we can. struggling that much on these tyres, I'm kind of a little concerned that he's not going to have the pace to close up on the mediums. Look, Hamilton's on a do not use any battery, well, as little battery as possible setting, and he's still pulling away from George. I think you might start playing the game as Mercedes. They look like a team that could be quite challenging to play. They are for the first half of the first season. If you develop the car right, you can go on quite a successful streak. That's what we did. And mind you, we did that when it was before the team switching patch was introduced. So we had the objective of finishing second in the constructors. Now been patched to third. And the long-term objective has been patched from 2024 to 2025. But yeah, we went on tear in the second half of the season and Lewis won the World Championship. Things are starting to fall apart in Season 2 though. We had a really strong first half of the season. Not so much at the moment. It's falling apart a little bit. Our drivers are becoming really erratic. And the car isn't quite as good as it was. We don't have the level of dominance we did at the start of the season.
So box.
Yes, box.
So let's uplift and coast all round.
Understood.
And just don't think about getting the pack back up.
Understood.
Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick.
Alright, let's try and sabotage Sainz a little bit. Oh, what the?
Apologies.
God damn it.
Push.
8 seconds! We just lost 8 seconds on that stop. What the?
Now, what exactly happened there, Karun?
The team at Mercedes are waiting.
Jack
But
issue.
something's
God
not
damn
right.
it.
Oh dear.
God damn it, it's a disaster.
Let's push.
We're behind Verstappen.
Overtake is available.
We only just got out ahead of Lawson. My God. We just lost 30 seconds on that pit stop
Clear on exit. If we could just drop
in
that
total.
Yeah, copy, all good.
Well, now we have to make sure that Lewis stays ahead of Sainz like this for as long as possible.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
There we go, 137. So about 2 seconds a lap slower than we were doing, or a second and a half a lap slower. We run the risk of bringing other drivers into play by doing this, because Lewis still has to box and fight his way through, but we need to slow down Carlos to let Russell make up some of that time he's lost.
So happy to push now.
Hopefully, though, we can gain a nice chunk of confidence catching and passing some of these cars in front, but Max is going to be one of them, and I think we're kind of boned.
Push and hold, overtake.
Coming.
Norris boxes. So Norris isn't going to the end. Norris is going on a 2-stop.
Charge the pack.
Coming.
Just reduce your speed.
Coming.
377. Yeah. Okay. It's all over on this lap. There we go. Sainz is through.
Lewis, you can do this.
We're going to box Lewis on this lap.
Just introduce a little bit of lift and coast.
So box.
This lap.
God, we're behind Norris. And Norris is on softs. Oh no!
Happy to start reducing that management.
Coming. There seems to be some great clouds of resistance.
Oh, shut up, George. That's a proper pit stop time, 2.26 seconds. Where's Lewis going to come out? Oh, you're kidding!
Red flag.
Everyone's going to change tyres. Oh, fuck's sake.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now the Alpha Tauri involved here.
Well,
But,
that's
they
Perez
can't
out of the race,
avoid
and
making
Lawson as well.
contact. And that won't do the car any good at all. And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle. Not for the first time today, the drivers are lined up, awaiting the lights. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Use the overtake.
getting those confidence levels up, and they've been reset. And now George is down to media. Yeah, I think we're boned. I don't think we're going to get it.
Charge that pad.
We can pull this off with 12.5 laps to go. This would be incredible. I'm not liking my chances.
Just stay close to him.
So let's get after it.
DRS enabled.
Alright, come on George, don't let me down. There you go, that's one position. I was trying to work on the other Haas.
So anything could happen.
Let's just manage these tyres.
Coming.
Let's just work on getting that pack back up.
11 laps to go, 5th and 9th. We need 2nd and 3rd. And I've still got to get Russell past Max yet. That's not going to be easy. all I need to do is get into third and fourth, but right behind Alonso, because Alonso's got a 5-second penalty, which he hasn't been able to serve because he hasn't made a pit stop. You know, changes under a red flag restart do not count when it comes to serving penalties. Otherwise, it's not a penalty. So, as long as we can finish third and fourth, but within 5 seconds of Alonso with both cars, that'll be enough. And that's the one saving grace we have right now. Unfortunately, Alonso is sticking quite nicely to the back of Sainz at the moment.
Just charge the pack.
Gasly is a little vulnerable, but his tyres are in better shape than mine. I need to pick him off quickly, if I can, before he closes back up on Verstappen again. Oh, Ocon just got Leclerc. Ah, damn it, I think Gasly got DRS. He did. Still got a chance. Damn it. Ah, come on, George. For fuck's sake. Getting frustrated here. Okay, so 33 points. I win is 25. If I can keep the fastest lap, that's 26. That means I only need another 7 points. Well, I'm going to need 8, which means it's 26, 18, 15, 12, 10, 8. I need to get George into 6th if I can win the race with Lewis. And that is a great start. That's a double overtake. That is peak confidence for Lewis. And I'm going to keep pushing because we're on for a new fastest lap potentially. Plus, I want to break away from Ocon. Right, come on, George. I need you to start making moves.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, agree.
Right, no DRS for Gasly. Come on, come on, come on. Where's the pace?
So we are low on battery at the moment. And just have a think about getting the pack back up.
Got a yellow flag. Who's that for? Where's that for? That's Bottas. Doesn't mean anything.
We've got an incident. It's Valtteri Bottas, I believe.
Hamilton is in position to get second at the moment. Russell is in position to piss me the fuck off.
Push and hold, overtake.
Right now.
Agree.
Ah, come on! Sixth place only works if I can get Lewis into the lead, and at the moment I'm not sure I can even do that. I've got a chance, but I've got to get past Gasly, and then I've got to get past Verstappen, and then I've got to get past Magnussen, and George can't even get past Gasly at the moment. George, you are killing me. For God's sake,
just drop back a bit.
Do something.
Okay.
Just close up.
Evening, Anthony. You're not catching me at my finest at the moment. I'm a very narky, a grumpy, arsey player at the moment.
Tyres down.
Yep.
No, we're going to fail this scenario because George just refuses to overtake anybody.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off a cliff on that tyre.
Oh God, don't tell me I'm about to get overtaken by Hulkenberg. What's the scenario? Get 33 points with Mercedes, which would be second and third, or first and sixth.
Let's push and get past it.
Lewis is getting it done. George is an absolute fucking disaster. It's not quite, it's the scenario that from the race replay. We've done the race replay. This is the scenario. You get 30 laps or so to get Mercedes second and third. Well, 33 points. You start second and fourth. We made pit stops, and then there was an immediate red flag, which meant everybody immediately slapped on sets off for free. And now George just refuses to overtake anybody. Despite giving him tyres, fuel, battery, the works. I've tried this numerous times trying to get past Gasly, and he's just like, no, not going to bother. I've got to get him past Gasly and Verstappen and past Magnussen, assuming that Hamilton can catch and pass Sainz.
And 5 laps.
Right. Come on, George. Do not let me down again. Gasly doesn't have DRS. This is your best opportunity. He's barely closing. I mean, I know we're pushing his tyres hard to do this. Alright, come on. Come on. Make the move. Make the move. Finally. Jesus Christ, that took how many laps? Too many. And he still hasn't got the move done. There we go. Hallelujah. Right. That will give George a boost to his confidence. It's going to kill his tyres, but
Just reduce your speed.
we're already straight into DRS range of Verstappen, who is being held up by Ocon and co. This is going to be very tricky. Very tricky indeed. I've got to get Lewis closer. I've got to go for it
Just keep
with
the pressure on.
Lewis.
You can do this.
And Russell has already dropped off the back of the trailer. God damn it, he was right
So
there.
happy to push now.
Copy.
I'm just going to leave his tyres on full. Screw it. I've got
Just stay close to
nothing
him.
left.
4 to go.
His tyres are going to be dead at the end, but doesn't matter. Got to do something. I try and throw it at the inside of one of these guys in front and just hope we can make a move. Got to overtake 2 more cars with George, and that's if Hamilton wins. If Hamilton only comes second, I need to get George up to 4th and within 5 seconds of Alonso, and that's not happening. So he can barely hang on to 8th right now. Lewis is out of battery, but he's caught Sainz.
So just charge that pack.
So this gives me an opportunity. Tyres are a mess.
3 more laps.
I'm starting to think I maybe should have left them on the mediums. But then we would have just been swamped at the start. Oh. 3 laps, 2 places. They're all right there for the taking. At least he's in range. Ocon's just falling down the ranks at the moment.
Two more laps.
There seems to be some great loads of resistance.
Come on, late on the brakes, late on the brakes. Ah.
Use the overtake.
Please just overtake someone. Ocon's not in DRS range. If we can get past him, we can get onto Leclerc, who hasn't got DRS. I know your tyres are knackered. just please. Hamilton's done his part. He's got the win. Come on, George. Not even close. That's it. Scenario's over. We failed. We needed to pass off on the first DRS zone to have any chance of catching and passing McLaren in the second DRS zone, and that's not going to happen. We're not even going to get DRS. George is going to be lucky to finish late.
No sweat it, Lewis.
Oh, and Sainz got Hamilton at the line. God damn it.
So we have to. So that's P2.
Yeah, we got screwed on that one. That red flag completely destroyed any chance we had, but for a fleeting moment, I thought we might still have a chance. And Alonso stays in third because he was far enough ahead. I think. Or was he? No, Magnussen had actually caught him on track. So Alonso's going to lose a position to Magnussen and Max and Charles. Maybe Ocon as well.
Wow, what a fantastic drive from Lewis Hamilton.
That's a well-earned result from the fact.
Yeah, Alonso dropped to 7th. We needed 6th and 1st, or 2nd and 3rd. We got the 2nd, and we got the fastest lap, but yeah, that was it. Oh well. We can't win everything, I suppose. It would make it a little too easy. I will have another try at that at some point, but that is the end of tonight's stream. So, a bit of a downer to end on. But we achieved a good result in the main race replay with Ferrari. We got the 1-2. Kind of all fell apart here, and I got a little bit moody, a little bit grumpy, a little bit sweary, but yeah, a little frustrated there. We'll be back on Monday with the next episode of Career Mode. Let's see, I'm trying to remember where we're going. Suzuka, I think, ironically. Or is it No, it's Monza. We're going to Monza on Monday. And then Tuesday will be Singapore. We'll be back here at Singapore. And then Wednesday, Suzuka. Thursday will be Kota? No, Qatar. And then Friday will be another race replay moment where we'll do a replay of what happened at this weekend's Japanese Grand Prix. So, until then, that's it from me. Having a good weekend. Enjoy your Formula One race. And I will see you all on Monday.